region, calling allegations against it as baseless.
Also tonight, Setre Dumasi Community Bank threatens legal action against a Sokore Mampom Assembly after its building was demolished to make way for a 24-hour economy market.
And 28-year-old Ghanaian migrant is demanding justice and appealing for support after his roommate poured acid on him in Dubai, completely disfiguring his face and leaving severe scars across his body.
At 8 p.m., we bring you Prime Business.
Now, tax consultant Francis Timoboy urges Accra Brewery Limited to push for engagement with government rather than seeking a shutdown over excise duty concerns.
And later in Prime Sports,
well, 24 hours to the crucial World Cup qualifier against Ivory Coast. The Black Queens are up in arms as they protest their unpaid bonuses and the poor management support they've been receiving for the ongoing Women's African Cup of Nations.
Remember, we are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism.
Well, it's a good time to take a seat and please be our guests. Welcome to the program. This evening, former MASLOC CEO Fostina has regained her freedom after the Attorney General withdrew an application seeking to stay the execution of her sentence pending an appeal of the Supreme Court. Now, Tamaklo was released from prison a while ago following the AG's decision to discontinue the stay application. We'll speak to Head of Legal Desk Akufo Addo shortly, but first, here's what transpired in court earlier today.
The Court of Appeal had sought and had been granted a warrant to sit during the vacation to deliver a ruling on the application by the Attorney General's Department, that is the Republic, to stay the execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal that acquitted and discharged the former MASLOC CEO Fostina Akufo-Addo. The state's contention was that the decision made by the Court of Appeal was in error and that they had grounds to believe that the application or their substantive appeal actually will succeed. At the last sitting of the court, the arguments had been heard from the Republic and lawyers for Fostina Akufo-Addo. But today, the lawyers for the Republic at the Attorney General's Department sought to withdraw the application because, as we know now, they have repeated that application or refiled it at the Supreme Court. Lawyers for Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo were not opposed to that application except to say that, in their view, issued the application or the process to withdraw the application should have actually been with leave of court. But of course, since he did not oppose the application, then there was no ruling to be made by the court. So the court struck out the application as withdrawn. We know now that the state has actually filed this same application for stay of execution of the Court of Appeal decision acquitting and discharging the former MASLOC boss at the Supreme Court. Our understanding is that that will be heard somewhere in the middle of October after the legal vacation. In October, the Supreme Court will determine whether or not the Court of Appeal was right when they held that the state had not proved its charges against Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo and that the charge sheet, a significant part of it, was defective, and that will determine whether or not Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo completely gains her freedom or goes back to prison. Reporting for JoyNews, the Court of Appeal, Akufo Addo.
Well, let's explore this further. Join us now is head of our legal desk here at JoyNews, Akufo Addo. Akufo, we understand that Fostina is a free woman now. Tell us more.
Well, just around 5 p.m., Fostina and Samani, we got information that Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo's lawyers had concluded all the proceedings that would see to Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo actually walking away from the prison. And not only had the processes been concluded, Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo had actually walked away from Nsawam prison. A big part of why she was still in prison was because the Attorney General contended that the judgment of the Court of Appeal was wrong, and that is why he had filed that stay of execution and sought to repeat that at the Supreme Court. But since that was withdrawn, there was very little holding back Madam Fostina Akufo-Addo from prison As we speak, that application has been repeated before the Supreme Court, but will be heard somewhere in October, specifically 13th of October, when the Supreme Court will determine whether or not Madam Sedina Tamaklo should return to jail while the appeal works its way through the Supreme Court. But that is something that is several months away. In fact, just about 2 months away. And so we did know that today the lawyers for Madam Sedina Tamaklo were working a lot to try and get the warrant to be signed so that Madam Sedina Tamaklo could be out of the jail. One of the reasons why Sedina Tamaklo was still in jail was because the day the judgment was given by the Court of Appeal, she was not in court. If she was, she would have walked away a free woman, I should say. But because she was still in jail, that warrant of release ought to be signed by a judge and presented to the authorities at Nsawam prison to enable them release Madam Sedina Tamaklo. And as of about 5 p.m. today, all those processes have been completed. And Madam Sedina Tamaklo, who has been spending barely 2 months in prison since she was extradited from the United States, has now walked away a free woman. We should say, as of now, she has no problem or no beef, quote unquote, with the state because the Court of Competent Jurisdiction, the Court of Appeal, has acquitted and discharged her.
Thank you, Kweku.
Well, let's remain in court as the former National Buffer Stock Company CEO Hanan Abdul Wahab could appear before the Accra High Court on Monday without his lead counsel. Now, Hanan told the court that former Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah-Dame is unwell and receiving medical care. The development comes amidst a dispute over the Chief Justice's directive for some criminal cases to continue during the legal vacation. Legal Affairs correspondent Fatal Bayaga reports.
Hanan arrived at the Accra High Court alongside his wife with his legal team absent. He told the court that his lead counsel, former Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, was unwell and currently on admission. Hanan's wife, Faiza Winnie, who is the second accused person, also informed the court that her counsel, Augustine Obo, was indisposed, explaining why he could not appear before the court. However, Deputy Attorney General Justice Msai questioned the explanation given by Dame's absence. He told the court that the lawyer had previously indicated that he would not be available during the legal vacation and had subsequently petitioned the Chief Justice over the decision to proceed with the trial during that period. Samsai further argued that if ill health was being relied upon as a reason for counsel's absence, the court ought to have been provided with medical evidence to substantiate the claim. Meanwhile, Hanan told the court that he had received a copy of an application for stay of proceedings filed at the Court of Appeal, which is scheduled to be heard on October 19. He therefore appealed for a longer adjournment to allow the appellate proceedings to take their course. The presiding judge, Justice Francis Apanga Chibonga, however, adjourned the matter to August 17, directing counsel for the first accused to appear and address the court on the pending application for stay of proceedings. For JoyNews, Fatal Bayaga, Accra High Court.
Away from the courts, Adamus Resources Limited is challenging the government's revocation of 3 of its mining leases, describing the decision as unlawful and, quote, a manufactured attempt, unquote, to strip the company of its rights. Lands Minister Emmanuel upheld the revocation after an interministerial committee reviewed Adamus' petition against the initial decision. The Minerals Commission says its inspection uncovered persistent and serious breaches of Ghana's mining laws. The minister spoke during a recent visit to the company's operation in the Western region.
In the report of the Minerals Commission to the Chief Inspector of Mines with recommendations of grave violations of the Mining Act and mining regulations, a recommendation for revocation of some of the mining leases here, Salma, Congo, and others were recommended. The minister agreed with them. There was a petition, and we formed a ministerial review committee to look at it. That work has come to an end. And I have concluded to uphold the revocation. What that means going forward is that the Minerals Commission should with immediate effect take administrative control of this mine.
Well, the company has issued a statement on the matter, and that's coming up on your screen shortly. It says Adamus Resources Limited, Adamus, or the company in this regard, has received with shock and disappointment the decision of the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, that's the Honorable Emmanuel Akufo-Addo, to unlawfully revoke the mining leases of the firm. The efforts by the minister to strip Adamus Resources Limited of its mineral rights was without regard to any of the statutory procedures laid down in the Minerals Mining Act 2006, Act 703. Now, the company categorically denies all the allegations leveled against it and aptly describes them as unfounded, contrived, and deliberately manufactured to strong-arm the company in order to deprive it of its leases. It goes on to say that the company has duly noted the abuse of power wrapped in the absolute disregard of law in the process, leading to the contemptible revocation of its leases. The good people of Ghana will be apprised of the cogent steps the company is taking to shred this baseless revocation in the coming days.
Well, the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry has also released a statement, Samani, to clarify the matter, and that's coming up on your screens as well, just stating their position and why exactly they've decided to maintain the revocation of the license of Adamus Limited. And it reads, the commission established that Adamus Resources Limited had conducted mining activities outside its designated and permitted areas without obtaining the required operating permit from the Chief Inspector of Mines. This constitutes a breach of the applicable mining regulations, including Regulation 201B of the Minerals and Mining Health, Safety and Technical Regulations. The Commission further identified significant regulatory and operational breaches relating to the company's mining activities. These breaches, they go on to say, undermine the regulatory framework established to ensure that mining is undertaken responsibly, safely, and within the boundaries approved by the state. The minister's approval of the revocation was backed by Section 5.1 of Act 703 as its statutory basis, acting on the recommendation of the Minerals Commission. The Commission also established that Adamus Resources Limited had outstanding financial obligations and defaults arising from its mining operations. Government's position is that holders of mining rights must comply not only with the technical and environmental conditions attached to their leases, but also with their statutory financial obligations to the state.
Well, for one, let's get on to Zoom now and speak with the head for geology and exploration at Adamus Resources Limited, Eko Taylor. Eko, good evening, many thanks for your time. Well, we just listened or just, take a look at the statement from the Lands Ministry, which actually indicates that the minister's approval of the revocation was backed by Section 5.1 of Act 703 as its statutory basis, acting on the recommendation of the Minerals Commission. So I guess what I want to find out from you again is, do you think that these are still allegations made by the ministry against your company?
Thank you. I don't know whether you can hear me. Thank you very much for inviting me, and good evening to everyone. First of all, I would like to make it clear that Adamus' position is straightforward. We strongly disagree with the allegation made against the company, and based on legal advice available to us, we consider the revocation of our mining leases unlawful, and we intend to challenge that through the appropriate process. As you rightly mentioned, and from what I saw from the Minerals Commission and the Minister's department, the minister didn't actually go through the right processes to revoke the licenses. And first of all, I will strongly make it clear that the allegation that has been leveled against us, the basis for revoking the license we strongly disagree with that, and we've provided documentary evidence to support our claim. The section allows the minister to provide us 120 days to remedy whatever situation they had. We weren't given that opportunity to do that.
Right.
So we consider
So Echo, basically you're saying Echo, that government is basically strong arming you to take control of your company's minerals. Is that what the case is?
Exactly. Yes.
But then Echo, I'd like to come in at this point, Fostina here. You say that your mining lease was unlawfully revoked, but the question now that government is raising is that your operation breached the mining laws. You were operating beyond the boundaries that the Mineral Commission actually gave you lease to operate. So are you raising concerns that that is not accurate, or you're raising concerns about the procedure government used to revoke your license?
Point one, that allegation is not accurate. And two, the procedure that was used was wrong, because we are a large-scale regulated mining company, and our mining lease has been ratified by Parliament. And if you want to revoke the license, it has to go through a certain procedure, which we think the minister didn't follow through. And that is our argument. And like I said, we've provided evidence to support our stance. And we have evidence to support what we are saying. So one, the basis for the revocation was one, they cited, they said they cited foreign nationals, in fact, Chinese nationals on our concession. And based on that, we are involved in illegal mining. We have ceded part of our mining lease to these foreign nationals. So, and these are huge concessions. Right. So, huge concessions. So the fact that you see foreign nationals or anybody on our concession doesn't mean we have authorized that person to operate on our license. That is
okay. So Echo, what is the way forward now?
So Adamos is based on our legal advice. We're going to go through our legal process that is available to us and challenge this revocation that we think is unlawful.
Echo Taylor, thank you so much for your time.
Away from that, Setri Dumasi Community Bank is threatening legal action after its building was demolished to make way for a 24-hour economy market. The bank accuses the Asokore-Mampong Municipal Assembly of acting unlawfully while the matter was before a Kumasi court. Emmanuel reports.
These are the remnants of a building that once housed the Setri Dumasi Community Bank in the Abuabo community of the Asokore-Mampong municipality. On Monday, a security task force from the Asokore-Mampong Assembly razed down the banking structure together with other shops and homes in the enclave for the construction of the 24-hour economy market for the municipality. But the bank says this was in spite of applications pending a determination by the court. According to the management of the bank, the assembly for the past months held a series of meetings with occupants of the land, including the bank, over concerns for relocation or a possible integration into the markets project. However, their concerns were refused, compelling the bank to resort to the court over a land they lay claims of ownership. Management say the assembly acted without an official eviction notice. Dr. Dixon Osesibe is the counsel for the bank.
The bank has been there over 33 years. And from the documents that is on the land, it shows that the community gave the land to the bank to develop it as a bank to serve them. So the bank put up the building by themselves. It's not the community. It's not the municipal assembly. So even if you want them to move, it's a matter of talking with each other, which they started, right? They started. But the position of the bank was that either you integrate our building into the 24-hour economy project, which to me it is possible.
And so this is the current state of operations here at the bank. This is how they are serving the customers within the Setre Dumasi Community Bank. And so a lot of them would have to come here. This is the interim position that they are finding themselves in.
CEO of the bank, Efrie Michael Kwabena, recounts their losses.
We have inventory of all the assets that is in the building, and the customer database is intact, but the physical items of the bank are lost, running into millions of Ghana cedis. We have not served any eviction notice. In fact, we have for the past 5 months been cooperating with the assembly.
The Asokore-Mampong Assembly is yet to comment over the development. Meanwhile, the bank is working with the ARB Apex Bank and the Bank of Ghana to find an alternative location for their operations as the legal battle continues. The court is expected to sit on the 2 applications filed by the opposing sides in October. For JoyNews, I am Emmanuel, Bright Kweku.
Well, let's do some other stories now. He traveled to Dubai in search of work and a better life for his family. But his dream turned into a nightmare when his roommate poured acid over him, completely disfiguring his face and leaving severe scars across his body. After several failed attempts to secure justice, 28-year-old Alex Degle returned to Ghana to his wife and 2 children, and of course, an aging mother with no means of supporting them. Collins Frimpong has more in our latest feature, Scars from Dubai.
The man smiling in these photos is Alex Degle. In April 2022, he left Ghana for Dubai in search of work and a better future for his family. The man sitting here today is the same person, but an acid attack left permanent scars across his face and body and brought the life he was building abroad to an abrupt end. One day, he says tension with one Ghanaian housemate, Michael, escalated.
We start exchanging of words. So that was then Michael told me that you see what I'll do to you, I'll show you. I did not take it serious, because I know that I did not do anything bad, wrong to Michael. So I'm not having any bad intention about him. So the way he told me that I will show you, I did not take it serious.
Alex alleges that the following day, Michael confronted him again. He says the man first attempted to strike him before returning with a clear liquid in a bottle. He later learned it was acid.
He came back not knowing he opened the bottle already. So he got near me. I turned my face like this and he just poured it on me. Because I'm not wearing top, he poured it on my face and all my body do like this. I did not see anything again. So the only thing I see is that I wake up. That was 2024 January ending, and I wake up. By the time I wake up, the only thing I see is a CID came to me, a policeman came to me, and he brought a picture showing me that, is this the guy who poured the acid on me? And I said, yes, this is the guy. And the CID said, okay, they have arrested him, so I shouldn't worry.
After Alex was discharged from the hospital, the case was referred to the public prosecution in Dubai. He also approached Ghana's mission in the United Arab Emirates for assistance. According to Alex, the mission gave them the contact of a lawyer and provided 2,000 dirham towards legal support. But he says the lawyer did not attend court and later demanded additional 24,000 dirhams for legal expenses, with no money for legal representation, accommodation, or food. Alex abandoned the process and returned to Ghana.
The suffering and what we are passing through over there, where to sleep, what to eat, we cannot continue to be asking. No. So we decided to come back home to Ghana so that maybe we can get help from Ghana, from our leaders. But we came back, I continue calling out for justice. No one is hearing me out.
This unfinished room is now home to Alex, his wife Monica, and their 2 children.
Life is tough because as a family man, and I'm the one taking care of house. Nobody, no family member, nobody. If someone did not see me, support me on the media, then I don't know how to survive.
Unable to find stable employment, Alex now depends on a motorbike donated to him to work as an Okada rider.
Some people, if they see me, they said they are afraid of me, so they can't take my bike. Some people do see me, then they run away.
Monica says the rejection is painful because her husband is only trying to provide for his family.
Because I say nasem yi bae no okope djuma bia omomfa no wayese enso no otime nante ne nsa ne ni bibia ye djuma ntino medwe ho a mentime nja no.
So I know that they've heard about my story, but it's just that they don't want to help me, and I can't say anything about it. It's part of life. So I'm just praying that maybe God will help me one day and open some doors for me, because I'm tired.
The acid attack changed Alex's appearance and ended the future he was building abroad. He still has 2 children to raise and a wife to support. He now wants justice for what happened in Dubai and a chance to rebuild his life through stable work. Collins Frimpong, JoyNews, Dodoa.
Quite unfortunate there, but for any assistance and support, kindly contact this number. That's 055 035 1622. The number again is 055 035 1622, or just visit us here at Joy FM at Kokomlimle.
And this is sad. It breaks my heart to see such a young boy.
28 years old.
28.
Life has completely changed forever.
And this is, I'm glad he can even see, because I'm looking at the scars on his body. And I'm wondering the amount of work doctors had to do just to fix
I mean, so much skin grafting here and there to, bring back some life into the skin. And these procedures are also very costly, Advanced plastic surgery would be needed to, I don't know, Fosti. It's quite sad.
Breaking. Please make your way to Joy FM or call the numbers on your screens to support him and his family. Samani?
Well, we'll take a quick breather. We're back with more stories. Please don't go away.
Gold, bauxite, manganese, lithium, Ghana's minerals, and billions, and now anchor our national reserves. But in the communities that host the mines, the question is simple: what stays here? On the 18th of August 2026, that question gets answered in public.
Here in the catchment communities, this is what's really at stake: jobs, local content, corporate social responsibility. People here want a fair share of what's mined on their land. And in the room, the conversation will be about what the large-scale mining companies are doing to better livelihoods in their catchment areas, and also the gold board reforms in the artisanal and small-scale mining sector. And finally, the signing of the catchment charter, which will put all these commitments into writing. The National Mining Dialogue 2026, rethinking the social license to operate. Regulators, large-scale mining companies, small-scale mining companies, gold buyers, traditional leaders, and host communities all at one table. Live from Kempinski Hotel, Accra, on Joy News, Adum TV, and Asempa FM, and all our social media handles. Chairperson for the event, Gamanche, His Royal Majesty, King Takite Kuchu II. Special guest of honor, Dr. Julius Debra, Chief of Staff to the President of the Republic of Ghana. Special guests, the Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and Member of Parliament, Elembele Constituency. The National Mining Dialogue will be held on the 18th of August 2026, 12 p.m. The National Mining Dialogue is powered by Ekusi Sen on Asempa FM in collaboration with Semis DS Group Limited, partners, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the Minerals Commission, the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, and the Ghana Gold Board.
In Ghana today, when a civil servant is caught in corruption, he is either suspended or dismissed. But when a political leader is caught, all we hear is, oh, we are setting up a committee and let us allow investigations to work. And before you realize, their names have been cleared, quiet.
My opponent obviously generated their point from alibaba.com. Otherwise, they would have discovered that 74% of all corruption cases in Africa are as a result of civil servants and not the politicians, as reported by Transparency International in the year 2022.
The battle of brilliant ideas is back. The 2026 Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate is finally here, bringing together the brightest young minds from across the Ashanti region to challenge opinions, defend facts, and inspire a new generation of leaders. Watch students from some of the region's finest senior high schools go head-to-head on thought-provoking national and global issues as they battle for glory, pride, and the ultimate debate championship. Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate is in partnership with the Ashanti Regional SRC, CHAS, and the Regional Directorate of GES. Love FM Kel Chaco Toothpaste High Schools debate, trumpeting the voice of young ones on issues of national interest. Powered by
When malaria shows up, it doesn't knock. It just takes over.
Oh, no. This fever is too much.
When malaria comes, respond with Mala2. Fight malaria with Mala2 tablets or syrup from Ernest Chemists. Test for malaria first before taking Mala2. If symptoms persist for more than 48 hours, see a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
Northern Ghana is making history. The Ghana Exim Bank and North Shore Apro Ghana Limited proudly invite you to the official opening of Phase 1 of the North Shore Apro Hub, a wholly Ghanaian-owned Apro manufacturing enterprise under the 24-hour economy initiative. Funded by the Ghana Exim Bank and partners, this landmark project will create 3,000 jobs at commissioning and up to 10,000 jobs at full operation. His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama, will officially commission the facility, joined by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Sylvester Adinam Mensah. Date, Friday 28 August 2026. Time, 12 noon. Venue, North Shore Apro Hub, Sabalugu, near Tamale in the Northern region. Join us as we celebrate Ghanaian enterprise, job creation, and a bold step towards industrial transformation.
Welcome to a place where everyday living is reimagined, where space, movement, and community come together effortlessly. With thoughtfully designed spaces, modern facilities, and everything you need within reach. You don't just live here, you feel safe, comfortable, and at ease. Step inside Eden Heights and discover spaces crafted for comfort, style, and everyday living. And just when it feels right, you will know. Because this isn't just about finding a house. It's about stepping into a better way of living. Eden Heights, the height of modern living. Book a private viewing today.
Day by Day existing lotion, cream, soap, and more. Day by Day has 4 fragrance range.
That's right. Did you see that? That is me. Without me, that tap would just be decoration.
That's so. So when the water comes, where exactly is it waiting? Pipe. I also didn't see any bedroom no. Me tank. Me na me kura.
At least I move water.
And I keep it safe.
Without me, nothing flows.
What's happening?
I bring the life.
I preserve it.
Hey, why is the water going on and off like this? Maybe I can do it alone.
Maybe I need you too.
Strong, reliable, built for every home.
Syntex pipes and tanks, the perfect
water team. Syntex, are you strong? Are you tough?
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
So this strategy will lead. Oh no, not again.
Sir, relax. The generator will come on now.
The generator is not working.
Why stress yourself when the experts are just one tap away? Introducing Left Power, the smart emergency support app from Left Signature Limited. With Left Power, certified engineers respond fast, anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stories.
Hello, sir. This is Left Signature Limited. The request has been received and our engineers are already on their way. Please relax. We've got you covered.
This is professional. Every Left expert is certified, verified, and can be tracked in real time. Oh, you'll know they're coming before they even arrive. From electrical engineering and solar power systems to data center management, cloud services, smart automation, and software development, Left Signature delivers excellence, fast, reliable, and professional. Left Power.
Your solution is just one tap away.
Available on Play Store and App Store.
Malaria's remedy is Lonat. Therefore, we're gonna use Lonat to recover. You have malaria? Yes, are you shivering? Yes, yes. You got chills? Yes, take Lonat. First day, take Lonat. Second day, take Lonat. Third day, take Lonat. That's all. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back from the break to other stories now.
Now, government has set August 20 as the deadline for newly recruited nurses to report to their various duty posts as it moves to clear the backlog of health professionals awaiting employment. The deadline follows a meeting between government and the coalition on paid nurses who say government has now settled outstanding payments owed them. Health Minister Kwabena Akufo-Addo has been addressing the coalition, and he says government is committed to resolving the challenges confronting the health sector.
Those who have not reported, with the greatest of respect, they must report before or on 20th of this month. If you don't go after 20th, it means that you will not go, and you may forfeit that opportunity. And immediately after that, we'll do what we call mop-up exercise, so that those who didn't accept the postings will have to find their replacement. So after 20th, we will do that very exercise. And I will take this opportunity to also direct all the agencies that have received these workers to expedite action on the issuance of their appointment letters. Because if you don't issue the appointment letters and you don't start mechanizing them, that is where and when we'll be piling up the arrears. And this time around, the money is available, so we don't want to pile up any arrears. I agree, and I admit that there's a large number of health professionals who have been trained, but they are at home. And you all know that we can only recruit what the budget can pay.
Away from that, Ghana's water crisis is worsening as floods, climate change, and weak infrastructure disrupt education, livelihoods, and daily life. At the Water Aid, JoyNews National Dialogue in Accra, young people and other stakeholders demanded better planning, stronger infrastructure, and greater accountability. Deborah Enimwa reports.
The June 29 floods exposed Accra's failing drainage systems and the cause of rapid urban expansion. Yet, even beyond the flooded communities, many people still struggle to access reliable water. Patrick Abekwe of Gayo Eco Clubs Africa says some university students now buy sachet water not only for drinking but also for cooking and bathing.
Especially my work with young people, a lot of issues around water because mainly our engagement with the communities, at the beaches, cleaning in the communities, engaging these people. And then you go, and then most of them will tell you that sometimes they're unable to get clean water, even to bath, to drink. They struggle to get basic things. A lot of people, especially some of the even the universities, the hostels, they have to buy pure water to bath, to cook. And it's very stressful on their pockets because in the current economy, even getting money for your daily upkeep is very difficult. Now you have to use that same money to buy water. Food has not yet come, transportation, moving about.
Women often bear the heaviest burden of water shortages because of their household responsibilities. Youth climate advocate Belinda Adongo Nyaba says reliable water supply would reduce the time and efforts women spend searching for water.
Actually, women are suffering a lot when it comes to water because you being a man, you don't use it mostly. What you use it for is to bath. But the other things is we, the women, that use it to do cooking, washing, and other things.
Country Program Coordinator at CDK in Ghana, Valerie Notako, says many newly developed areas are emerging without adequate systems to supply water.
Now, when you go to the local areas, like in Upper West, there was work that we did along the Volta. And we realized that the problem was not accessing even the water. The problem was getting the water from the Volta back into the farms to serve as an irrigation source. It didn't exist. They don't have any channels, waterways, etc. So they were using traditional means to ensure that they were irrigating their systems.
Participants also want stronger accountability and clearer tracking of government funds meant for youth development.
But how are we supposed to do this when there's no ring fence on the fund that is given to youth, and then there's no clear cut or archive for us to track government accountability?
Stakeholders at the Water Aid JoyNews National Dialogue want better planning, stronger infrastructure, and climate resilience water systems. For JoyNews, Deborah Enimwa Bedu's report. Read to you.
Now, 2 communities in the Wa East District are receiving new classroom blocks to help address a shortage of educational facilities. A 2.3 million cedi project include furnished 3-unit classroom block at Katwa and a 2-unit kindergarten block at Goripi. District Chief Executive Adamu Saibu says the investment is also aimed at improving academic performance. Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Goripi, after which we'll bring you showbiz.
In Wa East,
the Assembly has handed over land for 2 new school blocks, 1.5 million cedis for a 3-unit classroom block in Katwa, 750,000 cedis for a new KG in Gorupie. The goal, fix a broken infrastructure and fix fallen grades. Why is District Chief Executive Adamu Saibu says they want the people first because good schools start with the community.
Our infrastructure is becoming dilapidated across the district. So we have taken it upon ourselves. It's a deliberate policy for us to renovate a number of schools and build new ones for our communities. This is what we can do as government. Then when we do that, then we have to now collaborate with the PTA and the community member to make sure the children enrolled in the schools. And then GS as a partner also make sure that the schools are staffed with competent teachers.
In Katwa, junior school learners have been learning in the same rooms as primary pupils. No space to breathe, let alone think. The new block comes with a mechanized borehole, offices, and modern toilets.
Besides, this project is not only about the classrooms. We have done a number of them without furniture, and we have seen that it didn't help us a lot. So this one will come with what? Furniture. So when it's completed, we expect that the contractor will construct furniture and come and fix them in the schools before we can hand it over. So this is the additional thing that we are doing, and I think the government need to be applauded for thinking this way.
Human Resource Director at OECES, Mohamed Damba Issa, says the congestion has been holding the kids back, and he is thanking the MP, Dr. Godfrey Seydou Jassau, for years of support.
Helping us to organize mock exams, providing learning materials, and the list is very tall. We cannot mention all of them here. So what I want to say is that, MP, thank you very much. Even though you have done a lot for us, we still want to say that we need more support. There is a Nigerian proverb who says that a father does not do enough for a child. So MP, we need more support from you.
In Gorupie, the current KG is falling apart, not fit for 4-year-olds. The new one will have hexagonal furniture, changing rooms, KVIPs, and a gated fence to keep the little ones safe. District Engineer Isaac Glawa says these are not just blocks, they are built for safety and dignity.
We will not just build the whole facility and we will leave it. The head teacher would also get a table, a chair, and visitor's chair. Again, the other offices, 2-unit office, will be fully furnished with tables and chair.
The contractor says he's not here to play. 6 months was the deadline. He's aiming for 3. Contractor Abubakar Suleiman Watara is promising quality and speed, rain permitting.
We are pledging that in 3 months' time, God willing, we will be able to complete it and hand it over to the Assembly.
For the community, it is more than cement. It is hope, and they are promising to guard it. Katwa Assembly member Jato Osman says education is development, and they will protect the project.
The indigents or the children, when they grow up with education, if they are educated, they will be able to also, in their own small way, develop their various households, thereby making every household to be able to manage their own households challenges.
2.3 million cities can buy blocks and roofing, but here in Katwa and Gorupie, it is buying something bigger. Dignity for the classroom. No more sharing, no more leaking roofs. In 6 months, these kids will walk into a school that was built for them. If we keep putting the child at the center, then development stops being a figure and starts being a face. Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam, Gorupie.
Time now for showbiz, and Becky Bex is in the studio. Hi, Becky.
Hello to you, Fostina. This evening we have something from Kitty. Months after hinting an upcoming album, it appears the coast is clear now for music superstar Kitty to release his third studio album. The two-time TGMA Album of the Year winner has announced that his project, Where Do We Go From Here, will finally be out on August 27, 2026 on all music stores.
So when I get you, girl,
10 years after emerging as the winner of the MTN Hitmaker competition, Kitty is entering another defining chapter of his musical career. The singer, songwriter, and producer will release his third studio album, Where Do We Go From Here, on August 27. The album follows his 2019 debut project, Sugar, and his 2021 sophomore album, The Golden Boy. Kitty's journey began with a MTN Hitmaker platform before he joined Lynx Entertainment and established himself with songs including Say You Love Me.
say you love me, baby, say you love me. I go hold you down if you say you want me.
Odo and Adia Pena. His debut album, Sugar, further cemented his position as one of Ghana's leading young voices, combining high-life influences with contemporary Afropop and R&B. 2 years later, Kitty released a Blue EP, showcasing an evolving sound and producing another popular record in Say Cheese. Then came The Golden Boy in 2021. The album marked a major turning point. Its standout single, Touch It, became a global hit, taking Kitty beyond Ghana and earning international recognition. The Golden Boy subsequently won Album of the Year at the Ghana Music Awards, while Kitty also took home the prestigious Artist of the Year award. Now, 5 years after The Golden Boy, Kitty returns with his third studio album, Where Do We Go From Here, arrives as he celebrates 10 years in the music industry. The album's title appears to capture the question facing an artist who has already achieved significant success and is now looking ahead to the next phase of his career. The album rollout will include listening sessions in Accra and London, giving fans, critics, and industry players an opportunity to experience the project and build anticipation ahead of its release. Following this, on September 24, Kitty will headline his first solo concert in the United Kingdom, where he's expected to perform songs from the new album for a live audience. From a young contestant on MTN Hitmaker to an award-winning artist with a global hit, Kitty's first decade has been marked by growth, experimentation, and international expansion. Now, with his third studio album, the next chapter begins. August 27 is the date.
Baby, say you love me. I go where you crown if you say you want me. Some people don't believe say.
Kitty, love me, baby. I know the song. Congratulations to you, Kitty. We can't wait for that album. But before we go, Afrobeat superstar Davido has revealed that iconic music duo P-Square played a major role in inspiring his journey into music. Speaking during a recent interview with the BBC, the singer recalled how he proudly spoke about Peter and Paul Okoye while he was in school, describing them as proof that African artists could achieve global success. According to Davido, P-Square's international collaborations and relationships with global stars gave him confidence that African musicians could compete on the world stage.
College, I'm like, yo, this African music is going to be the biggest. I didn't even think I'll be part of it.
Okay.
You know, so this is me talking about P-Square, talking about the band, just playing their music for my friends. Like, yo, come watch this video. This dude is from Nigeria. He got a song with Snoop Dogg. You're like, what? He got a song with Snoop Dogg? You know what I'm saying? Like, he brought out Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, inspired me. I'm like, bro, I'm out. I'm going to Nigeria.
What surprises me is your drive.
here on Joy News Prime. Thank you so much, Fostina, for having me. Yeah.
Have a beautiful evening. Let's tell our audience that. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Up next is Prime Business. Stay with us.
Bye-bye.
Big game today as Ghana faces England.
You forgot the eggs.
And the whole nation is ready. Shot on target. Oh, what a save! Benjamin Asari flying for Ghana.
What is it? Politics is always safe.
Every day, in the moments we love, we rely on clean and safe water that flows from Polytank.
Let's talk hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids are normal structures located in the anus of all mammals.
But it is only man who suffers hemorrhoidal disease because of the erect posture we have assumed and the squatting that we do to empty our bowel. Hemorrhoids consist of a special type of blood vessels which fill with blood when we are moving our bowel and help to cushion the anus against the force of transmitting the stool. Afterwards, they empty their blood, collapse, help seal the anus to maintain continence. Over time, these vessels lose the elasticity of their walls, become dilated, permanently filled with blood, leading to congestion of the hemorrhoids. The symptoms of hemorrhoids are bleeding and prolapse of the hemorrhoids when passing stool, itching and feeling of warmth in the anus and anal discharge. Laser, ligature, and longo are the modern, minimally invasive, most effective and painless methods of treating hemorrhoids today.
Winterba Hospital, first Ghana Colorectal Center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Upgrade your print game with Konica Minolta, proudly powered by SkySat Technologies. From all-in-one machines that print, scan, and copy to professional systems and heavy-duty production machines, we deliver unmatched performance. Right now, SkySat has an unbeatable offer. 1 entire year of free servicing on all Konica Minolta machines. That's 12 months of expert maintenance for new and existing customers. Visit our new VIP print center at Pegasus Place, Airport Residential Area for a live demonstration. Call us on 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. Again, it's 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. SkySat Technologies. Performance that delivers every time. Palladium Residences in Achimota isn't just an address, it's the home you truly earned. Secure your place with just a 10% deposit and choose from beautifully designed modern apartments or spacious townhouses built for everyday comfort. This is more than a building. It's a vibrant, curated community with a clubhouse, state-of-the-art gym, and an on-site hotel, all at ABC Junction, minutes from Achimota Mall. Enjoy city energy while retreating to your private sanctuary. Call now to reserve your unit and benefit from limited launch incentives, including priority unit selection, executive pricing, and flexible payment options available. Don't miss the chance to pick the best homes. Book your private site visit today. Call 050-9823-424. Palladium Residences. Live smart, invest better.
Welcome to Prime Business. My name is Winston Taki, and our first business story. Tax consultant Francis Timberboy wants Accra Brewery Limited to opt for engagement with government over excise duty concerns rather than opting for a shutdown. This follows reports that the brewery firm is considering shutting down operations over planned increase in excise duty on beer. Mr. Boyd noted that the firm cannot discount the fact it is also facing some internal challenges.
It's very expensive to manufacture in this country. However, where I'm a bit concerned is to the extent of the shutdown. I believe that we need to be able to, separate the issues. When Accra Brewery is saying they want to shut down, I'm struggling to believe that it is an industry thing, or in other words, it cuts across all the brewery manufacturing. The reason is that Accra Brewery is a public company. I mean, they're listed, so we know their financial statements. And in 2023, 2024, you could see some financial challenges that they are having. So potentially, they are thinking that, or based on their financial statement, they believe that they cannot be able to take on additional taxes. And that is why they are sounding this alarm. If I should show you some numbers, in 2023, the company reported, a loss after tax of 61 million cedis. In 2022, they decided to issue a rights issue in order to make payment for some, intercompany loans that they have. So, and again, their financial situation hasn't changed, even though revenue keeps going up. So, I think that this is a company-specific challenges. The concerns are valid, but then to the extent of shutdown, I think that we shouldn't spread it across the entire sector.
Away from that, the Institute for Fiscal Studies has chastised the Minister for Finance, Dr. Akufo-Addo, for presenting an inconsistent macroeconomic data in the 2026 mid-year budget review, which was presented to Parliament last month. According to the IFS, most of the projected growth numbers for the first half of the year fell short of the target, and hence government performance was poor. Speaking to journalists on the analysis of the mid-year budget, Executive Director for IFS, Dr. Said Bouache, said poor performance of the revenue and other economic targets may likely affect development programs.
The Institute for Fiscal Studies believes that the mid-year budget fails to achieve the most important mission of updating Ghanaians on the actual performance of key indicators in the economy. Executive Director Dr. Said Bouache fears that the situation could affect the country's attractiveness to investment, as many investors might not take the next budget and economic policy of the government as a serious business.
Any inconsistency is a serious issue because, like I said, the budget is a very important document that everybody looks into it. People who matter, investors, businesses, foreigners, everybody is looking into it. And so if they see inconsistencies, they will not take the budget serious, and it could affect, how much they bring on board. And so it is a serious matter. But is it too serious that? No, it is not. But we are only warning the government that any inconsistency is a bad thing, and they have to be careful.
The firm also revealed that the Minister for Finance fails to maximize benefit from the small-scale mining sector.
The government did not articulate any strategy in the mid-year budget for mobilizing revenue from the small-scale gold mining sector, despite the critical need for it. Recent developments, in particular the implementation of the domestic gold purchase program and the establishment of Gold Board, have revealed that small-scale mining sector's contribution to gold production and export is much bigger than previously recognized. However, government revenue generation from the small-scale mining sector is woeful.
IFS is further recommending for government to target expenditure to keep infrastructure investment in the economy to facilitate growth.
Consolidated Bank Ghana is committing 55 million Ghana cedis to finance businesses and create employment opportunities for about 3,000 women and young people over the next 3 years. Speaking at a signing ceremony in Accra, Managing Director of Consolidated Bank Ghana, Dr. Naomi Walali-Kwete, said the initiative implemented by the Social Investment Fund will provide beneficiaries with access to finance, entrepreneurship support, and skills development. Consolidated Bank Ghana has committed 55 million Ghana cedis to support about 3,000 women and young people under the Ghana Women and Youth Employment and Social Cohesion Program. Managing Director of CBG, Dr. Naomi Walali Kwete, says the funds will be dispersed in phases, with the first tranche expected to support about 800 beneficiaries.
The first 25% advance will support approximately 800 beneficiaries. CBG is committed to a transparent beneficial selection process, sound credit appraisal, timely disbursement, and diligent monitoring. Business development services and financial literacy training will also help beneficiaries use the financing responsibly and strengthen their enterprises. We thank the government of Ghana, the African Development Bank, and SIF. Today, we open a pathway for thousands of Ghanaian women and young people to grow their business, create jobs, improve their livelihood. In CBG, we are ready to deliver.
Acting CEO of the Social Investment Fund, Abbas Nuruddin, says CBG has taken the lead among the participating financial institutions in supporting the program.
So $15 million of the 71 million is supposed to be used to finance women and youth-led MSMEs. And three financial institutions have been shortlisted: the GCB, the CBG, and the Apex Bank. Of all the three, I'm happy to say that it is CBG that has more or less put us together and get us to be signing the on-lending agreement. That is testament to the importance and the seriousness you attach to this particular project. Even though the project has a lifespan of about 3 to 4 years, if you are able to achieve the results earlier, you draw down earlier. So there is a possibility of even drawing all the 5 million allocated to CBG. It could even be more.
The program targets women and young people in the Central, Upper East and Savannah regions with a focus on MSMEs, digital and creative skills, and STEM training, particularly in communities facing economic and social vulnerabilities. Away from CBG, let's now focus on Republic Bank. The Managing Director for Republic Bank Ghana, Dr. Benjamin Juboku, has stated that the bank's partnership with the multimedia group to headline the JoyNews Habitat Fair confirms the long-standing commitment of the bank in housing sector. Dr. Juboku made a statement after the bank signed a deal with the multimedia group yesterday as headline sponsors of the fair.
This year's JoyNews Habitat Fair promises to be different, offering varied opportunities for potential homeowners and patrons. According to the new headline sponsor, Republic Bank, Ghana's housing deficit is largely attributed to affordability. The bank says its collaboration with the multimedia group will help bridge this gap by providing potential homeowners with a variety of options to make home ownership more accessible.
Republic Bank, as you are aware, we started as a home finance company. Currently, we are market leaders, and therefore, we want to see how we can work together with a close partner like multimedia to close this deficit, or at least attempt closing the deficit. That is the reason we are embracing this. It is national in nature.
General Manager for Joy Brands, Fifi Kumsin, has assured that this year's event, which is expected to begin with a series of mini clinics, will introduce a different dynamic for both patrons and participants.
Republic Bank became the title sponsor of the Habitat Fair of our Kumasi brands. That was a very exciting time, and we've had a very exciting journey. As a result of that, just this year, we have had an extension of a further 5 years, and that has been signed. It just signals that there's something good working. Today, in the same spirit, we sign a further, and in this case, for the Accra brands 3 years partnership with the Republic Bank. That makes Republic Bank the title sponsor of the entire Habitat Fair portfolio of the multimedia group nationwide. Indeed, that is a statement of confidence, and at the multimedia group, we do not take this lightly.
As part of efforts to bring home ownership closer to citizens, the Volta Regional Capital Hall will for the first time host one of the mini clinics for this year's event. Here's General Manager for Sales, Max Fuga.
We're taking the brand to where the potential home owners or home buyers are. And so we'll be doing one in Laboni, around the Palace Mall in Laboni. We'll be doing a second one at the airport, number 1 airport square. Again, we believe that people in those areas have housing needs, but they're not getting the right information. And so we are moving to the doorstep of the potential homeowners. And then we're going to do Hope and do the final one at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel somewhere in November. And then we go and do Kumasi for the Kumasi market. So it's getting bigger, it's getting exciting, and we're offering 360 solution for everything housing.
Moving on, day one of the 2026 Global Conference on Human Resources in Africa has opened in Accra with a strong call for urgent workforce transformation as experts and policymakers push for greater investment in digital skills, responsible artificial intelligence, and continuous upskilling to prepare Africa's workforce for the future. Here's more.
The Global Conference on Human Resources in Africa has held its 2026 edition, bringing together human resource professionals, business executives, policymakers, academics, and innovators to deliberate on the future of work. The conference focused on human resource practice, technology, leadership, and workforce transformation. Minister of Labour, Jobs and Employment, Dr. Abdul Rashid Hassan Pelpo urged the youth to prioritize upskilling and develop digital competencies to take advantage of emerging opportunities.
Africa's greatest asset is its people. With more than 60% of the population under the age of 25, the continent possesses an unprecedented demographic advantage. However, this youth dividend can only translate into economic prosperity if young people are equipped with the right skills into the digital age that confronts us. Investment in STEM education, digital literacy, artificial intelligence, entrepreneurship, vocational training, and lifelong learning will be critical to preparing Africa's workforce for jobs of tomorrow.
Former Chief Executive of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management Ghana, Dr. Francis Eduku, called on human resource practitioners to take a leading role in promoting the responsible adoption of artificial intelligence in the workplace.
AI and automation may generate significant productivity gains across manufacturing, mining, financial services, agriculture, healthcare, education, and other industries you can think of. But gains will only be sustainable when workers are skilled, are reskilled, when they are digitally fluent, adaptable, and capable of operating effectively alongside intelligent technologies. Human capital must therefore be treated as national productive infrastructure. And to achieve this, HR must move to the center. The HR profession must be the custodian of responsible AI adoption.
Leading strategist for the Global Conference on Human Resources in Africa, Rita Kusi, said the youth must actively learn and adapt to digital tools if they are to remain relevant and competitive in the evolving job market.
You are responsible for what happens to you. That's what I want to say to the youth, okay? The jobs are out there. with this day and age, you are digital natives, right? You have technology at your disposal. Nobody knows how to use technology better than today's youth. It's about learning, upskilling, and of course, just making yourself relevant in the world of work. You have to make the government also want to help and support you, and that's by taking initiative. But that's why we're all having this conversation, right? Industry has a call to action, government has a call to action, academia also has a call to action, but the youth also have to be willing.
The conference ultimately underscored the need for continuous learning, responsible technology adoption, and stronger collaboration between employers, policymakers, and workers to prepare Africa's workforce for the future.
Now, away from that, Telecel Ghana is collaborating with the Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana, MOMAG, to strengthen the capacity and professionalism of mobile money agents. The initiative is aimed at equipping agents with the skills needed to improve customer service, comply with regulations, and protect their businesses amid growing concerns over fraud and attack on agents. There is more in this report.
Telecel Ghana has partnered with the Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana to strengthen the capacity of mobile money agents and improve professionalism across the agent network. The initiative, held under the theme Amplifying the Impact, Building a Safe, Trusted and Profitable Agents Network, brought together Telecel agents and stakeholders for training focused on customer service, compliance, and the effective management of their businesses. Speaking at the engagement, Sales and Distribution Director of Telecel Ghana, Samuel said the training was intended to equip agents with the necessary capabilities to serve customers more effectively.
Today, we've gathered here for a simple reason. We are working with the MOMAG of Ghana as a mobile money agent network to collaborate on our various efforts to improve their capability as agents. As you're aware, for any telecom or any company growing their telecom or cash business, the agent network becomes a very important aspect of the journey and the ecosystem. And one of the best ways is to equip them through this kind of capacity training so that they will be better positioned to serve our customers better.
President of the Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana, Edward Ofori-Agyemang, also said the training will help agents understand how to conduct their businesses in compliance with relevant regulations.
The reason why we have partnered with Telecel Ghana is that we want to collaborate with all the dedicated electronic money issuers, because we all know in the country how fraud is going on, how armed robbers are killing our agents. However, the agents need to be trained and for them to be professional. Some of the agents too don't know how to talk to customers, how to relate to customers. And customers are the people who give us the money. So that is the reason why today we have partnered with Telecel Ghana to train our agents to make sure that the businesses they are doing, they would make sure that they do everything in compliance with regulations.
Top-performing Telecel agent James Ablo described the program as helpful, particularly in addressing some of the challenges he had experienced with Telecel mobile money service.
Today's program is very helpful to me. I've learned a lot. In fact, I'm someone who have issues with Telecel, but now that I've been here today as my first time, in fact, I've learned something that is going to boost my business, especially in the terms of Telecel mobile money issue. And in fact, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be here. And as I'm going, I hope I'm going to teach people around my area what the benefit in Telecel, and so far what Telecel is doing for the country. So they should all come to Telecel and then let us enjoy from Telecel.
For Telecel and MOMAG, the objective is to ensure that agents are not only equipped to facilitate transactions, but are also able to operate as professionals and sustainable businesses while maintaining the trust of their customers.
More than 1,500 mastercraft persons and small and medium enterprises owners have graduated from the Design and Technology Institute's Precision Quality Training Program in a move aimed at accelerating the formalization and competitiveness of Ghana's informal sector. There is more in this report.
The graduation ceremony held at the National Theatre brought together development partners and other graduates to celebrate the achievement of artisans and entrepreneurs who successfully completed the competency-based training program. The initiative forms part of DTI partnership with the MasterCard Foundation to equip informal businesses with technical, business, and management skills. Speaking to Joy Business on the sidelines of the event, founder and president of DTI, Constance Wanika, said the program is transforming Ghana's informal sector by helping artisans improve the quality of their product, strengthen their businesses, and create more opportunities for young apprentices.
As we all know, they constitute about 80% of the GDP, but they're very much overlooked sector of the economy. Today's event really focuses on factors that hinders them from being formalized so that they contribute more meaningfully to Ghana's Human Capital Index. And so what we are doing in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation is looking at the structures and getting them to understand that their work is competing in a global market. And so we're looking at how they work, how they formalize their businesses. So in partnership with also some of the financial institutions such as MTN Momo, Fidelity Bank, Registrar General.
Some of the graduates who spoke to Joy Business described their training as a turning point for their businesses.
The program really helped me so much. First of all, I don't know anything about record keeping, but joining this program, it really helps me. Now I know how to keep my records, and then first I've been using my the shop money with the business money with my personal money, but right now because of this program I'm very good in the record keeping.
Prior to this training, I didn't know how much money I was making. I didn't know whether I was making profits or losing out money. I didn't know the number of clients I had and nothing. But thanks to this program, I'm able to do bookkeeping, which helps me to know how much I make on a monthly basis.
The Precision Quality program is aligned with Ghana's Human Capital Development Strategy, which seeks to formalize the country's apprenticeship system through structured training, certification, and enterprise support.
Moving on, alumni of the audit and advisory firm KPMG Ghana donated proceeds from a sponsored walk amounting to 100,000 Ghana cedis to the Children's Department of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. This is part of the corporate social impact by the firm to the health sector. Partner and head of corporate affairs, Jocelyn Coleman, explains that this will go a long way to support the unit in the operations. Here's more in this report.
The donation for the children's unit forms part of the vision by the alumni of KPMG to support socio-economic activities in the country. The proceeds of 100,000 cedis was raised from a sponsored walk powered by the firm to raise funds for the Children's Department of the Premier Hospital. Partner and head of corporate affairs, Jocelyn Coleman, explains the intention behind this move.
For once, our alumni spearheaded this initiative, saying that they would want to do something that's impactful. And so although we know KPMG normally deals with education, what they wanted to do was something to do with children and child health. And we got in touch with Dr. Lily Tego, who made us aware that they have a need to create a venipuncture unit, where pain-free venipuncture unit. And so the alumni came together to say they'll do a sponsored walk. KPMG would power it, as in all the arrangements, and make sure that it happens. And that's exactly what happened. So after that, the proceeds is what we have brought here today.
Pediatrician oncologist at the Children's Department, Lily Gloria Tego, has been speaking to journalists about the importance of the gesture from the KPMG alumni.
As these children, throughout their stay with us, they have treatment, some for as long as 6 months and some for even up to 3 years. And during this time, they undergo a lot of painful procedures, most of them IV lines, taking blood samples, spinal taps to give chemotherapy through this spinal region into the CNS, and other such painful procedures. And to do this repeatedly in a child, we know it's for their benefit, but then we thought about how can we make this less painful, and that's where KPMG came along. So KPMG, when they came along, wanted to help in whichever way we thought was feasible. So we floated this idea for them, and they took it up wholeheartedly, and together with their alumni group went on and tried to raise funds, which they have brought to us today, and so we are really grateful.
The firm also assured of adequate support to the unit through some of Earth Impact initiatives.
As the world marks International Youth Day 2026, attention is being drawn to the enormous potential of young people to drive innovation, create jobs, and contribute to sustainable development. In Ghana, the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands marked the day with a gathering of young entrepreneurs, innovators, and policymakers to explore opportunities for youth leadership and entrepreneurship.
The celebration provided a platform for discussions on how Ghana can harness the creativity and innovation of its young population to drive sustainable development, with agriculture offering opportunities in agri-tech, food production, climate action, and entrepreneurship. Stakeholders believe the sector could provide significant jobs and economic opportunities for young people. But Ghana continues to grapple with food insufficiency, while young people interested in agriculture face challenges including access to land, finance, technology, and markets. In her remarks, Ms. Wendy Van Meel, chargée d'affaires at the Embassy of the Kingdom of Netherlands, reaffirmed the embassy's commitment to partnering with young people and stakeholders to create opportunities for inclusive and sustainable development.
Yeah, so today is International Youth Day, and so of course we were really aware of the youth. And if you see the efforts that we do here in Ghana, and that Ghana, we do it together, we work together, and if you see how active and innovative the youth is within these sectors, so it's horticulture, but also in cocoa. For years we've been already working on skill development, capacity building, etc. But I don't think it's a lack of skills. It's not a lack of brilliant ideas that is circulating among the youth. It's not a part of willingness of the youth. They're so promising, but as we heard today also in the different speeches, it's really a problem also of access to finance. Money talks. We need money to grow, and we need to have a small amount of money to start, and then we need a little bit more money to scale up. And this access to finance, it's really an important topic nowadays that we're really focusing our efforts on. It's really necessary also. If we provide the money, if Ghana provides the money, the youth will do the rest, and they will become the leaders of the agricultural sector. I'm convinced.
The Deputy Minister of Food and Agriculture, Honorable Jen Sito-Dumelo, also highlighted the opportunities in Ghana's agribusiness sector, describing agriculture as a sexy venture and encouraging young people to take advantage of the opportunities available.
Most of the young people are getting into agriculture because now it's a little bit more sexy, it's a little bit more interesting, and so it's a good thing. And so it's a good thing that embassies like this is organizing programs like this so that they would whip up their interest more into agriculture. Take time, learn about it. You would make returns after a while. It's not you plant today and you harvest tomorrow. You plant today, you can harvest in a year's time. You plant today, you can harvest in 4 or 5 months time. And so just take time. And agric is nice. Agric is sexy. So the youth to get into it.
The International Youth Day celebration brought together agripreneurs, innovators, and other key players in the sector with a common call for stronger partnerships and investment to make agriculture a more attractive and profitable venture for Ghana's youth.
1, 2, 3. Happy International. Awesome.
Tonight's edition of Prime Business. My name is Winston Taki. Thanks for watching. Up next is Prime Sports.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we take your side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Mahwanu buada kahafi uwa totro o adoyia aja gomacho afisinala. Balala na mama dina sesi esia yo ano agbe le toma fafa yi yo ma amadaka mala nkulam de anu o
Good Conduct Great Life is brought to you by Indomie. Tastes great.
More Kivo inside. Kivo Gari Soaking Mix. A taste of Ghana.
Discover Willow Lane in Sakumono, one of Ghana's most prime community. These expertly designed 4-bedroom homes feature a private elevator, 4 ensuite bedrooms, private balconies, walk-in closets, and a gourmet kitchen and a maid's quarters. Perfect for families, executives, investors, and retirees. Our community offers a swimming pool, playground, and 3-tier security for your peace of mind. Experience the ultimate in comfort, convenience, and community here at Willow Lane, Sakumo. Visit waylead.org or call 0240-111119 or 0308-040500 to book your tour today. Waylead, your trusted home builder.
Northern Ghana is making history. The Ghana Exim Bank and North Shore Apro Ghana Limited proudly invite you to the official opening of Phase 1 of the North Shore Apro Hub, a wholly Ghanaian-owned Apro manufacturing enterprise under the 24-hour economy initiative. Funded by the Ghana Exim Bank and partners, this landmark project will create 3,000 jobs at commissioning and up to 10,000 jobs at full operation. His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama, will officially commission the facility, joined by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosue-Jare, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Sylvester Adinam Mensah. Date, Friday 28 August 2026. Time, 12 noon. Venue, North Shore Apro Hub, Sabalugu, near Tamale in the Northern Region. Join us as we celebrate Ghanaian enterprise, job creation, and a bold step towards industrial transformation.
Drive EVGH was built on a simple idea that driving can be better. It can be cleaner, smarter, and more refined. Today, we offer a range of electric vehicles that meet you right where you are. From luxury models that deliver power and prestige to everyday vehicles designed for practical, intelligent mobility. didn't stop at vehicles. We built X-Charge EV network to ensure charging is accessible, reliable, and efficient. In a dedicated service center designed specifically for electric vehicles because expertise matters. This is how the future becomes reality. Drive EV Ghana, we're leading the shift.
When malaria shows up, it doesn't knock. It just takes over.
No. This fever is too much.
When malaria comes, respond with Mala-2. Fight malaria with Mala-2 tablets or syrup from Ernest Chemists. Test for malaria first before taking Mala-2. If symptoms persist for more than 48 hours, see a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey! Is your tech holding you back? Feeling lost in a maze of outdated gadgets? Relax. Come with me to Configure.
Magic. Now I've been international fashion designer. No more pencil than talk matter beer. Coffee Ghana. Classic.
Oh, number one.
At Compute Ghana, we don't just sell electronics, we transform your life. From office to home appliances and more, we have everything you need to step into the future.
Compute Ghana, classic one. Compute Ghana, number one.
Hi there, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Now, tonight, Ghana's Black Queens are demanding outstanding bonuses and per diems and accusing government of neglect and inadequate professional support. The Black Queens are in action tomorrow against Ivory Coast in the Intercontinental Playoffs with a place in the Women's World Cup at stake. Now, the Queens did miss out on automatic qualification after suffering a 2-1 defeat to Malawi in the quarterfinals of the ongoing Women's African Cup of Nations. Ahead of the crucial encounter against Ivory Coast tomorrow, the Queens did issue a statement earlier today where they demanded payment of the Women's African Cup of Nations qualifying bonuses and also bonuses from their previous game against Egypt way back in 2025. My colleague Lawrence Beidou is currently in Morocco and has more on this very latest development.
So I think on the eve of their game against Cote d'Ivoire, which will also save us or give them lifeline as far as their World Cup hopes are concerned, they released a joint statement. When I say they, the Black Queens, the players themselves released a statement, and that statement didn't come through the official handles of the national team. It came through a handle that the players have created for themselves, and so they addressed a few issues which called for the demand of payment of outstanding bonuses and per diems which have been owed them, including bonuses for the qualifying game they played against Egypt back in October. Also per diems for the tournament, which is WAFCON 2026, and bonuses for making it past the group stage. They also demand for better management support for the team, including mental and well-being. And then they also in their statement trying to say that they've not received enough support from the government, or they've been neglected by government, which in turn they say that the minister has been at their training session once, as well as the president of the Ghana Football Association. That has been the concern the team has had. They're also saying that they want to be treated with fairness and respect, that they deserve the same commitment given to the other sectors. The team, ahead of that game are seeking swift resolution to those concerns. So that is the issue on the table. This statement came right after the press conference earlier today, where Kim Lasbiakegan and Josephine Bonsu addressed the press ahead of that game against Cote d'Ivoire. So it's unfortunate the time it has come, but then the girls feel they deserve better with regards to the way they have been treated as far as this tournament is concerned.
Now, following that statement, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Ghana Football Association, they are yet to respond to this very statement from the Black Queens. But as I mentioned, tomorrow they are in action against Ivory Coast and looking to qualify for the Women's World Cup, and are hoping that the Sports Ministry or the Ghana Football Association or any official in government will act and get their bonuses paid. Now, at the moment, the girls, according to the coach, are still focused on the game tomorrow, but are insisting that their bonuses ought to be paid at least before they depart Morocco, where they are currently based. Let's take you to Barra Sports Stadium now, because the Director General of the National Sports Authority, Yao Ampofo-Ankara, says he's confident the Barra Stadium will be ready to host games in the upcoming 2027 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. He made the statement during an inspection visit to the Kumasi Sports Stadium earlier today.
I'm here to just clarify one or two things, and also to support our regional director and her team. They've done a great job over the months. It's not been easy. As you know, when I was appointed, one of the things that I wanted to do was to go around all our facilities, just so that I know at close quarters the realities on the ground. And so far, it's been, I would say, slight improvement. It's not easy, because it's almost as if every region is trying to quench fires. You know, when they quench the fire, then they'll try and, reduce a flood here or something. But all in all, I'm very happy with the work that has been done here. I think the contractor has been on site. I believe he's still on site. And the major works have been done. So the director obviously will give, finer details. She's briefed me, management. The board chairman will also join us, Professor Fred Awa. He's very interested in what's happening here. And then we can have the conversations about possibilities. If indeed Baba Yara will be in the picture for hosting any of our AFCON qualifiers, that will be a decision taken by the stakeholders, the GFA, Ministry of Sports and Recreation, National Sports Authority. We are the ones who look after the facility, so they would rely heavily on us to tell them the state of affairs, not just looking, but deep down. The head of estates is an engineer, so you have to listen to the experts when they tell you what works and what does not work. But I think, as you can see behind me, the grass is beginning to respond to treatment, and the rehabilitation is on course. And I believe in a few weeks' time, it should be in good stead, strong enough, robust, to host football matches here, including the Ghana Premier League and any other international match if the need arises.
Now, the Joy Sports Invitational, just about 17 days to go, and tech company 3D Wireless Plus are saying they are determined to sweep all trophies at this year's tournament, which is scheduled for August 29 at the University of Ghana Stadium. My colleague Muftana Bila was with them earlier today, and here is more.
August is the month of invitational tournament, and today we find ourselves at 3D Wireless Plus, an institution that has got fast and reliable internet service for anyone who wants to enjoy internet speed. They are participating in the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament. And guess what? The atmosphere inside already is massive. Let me take you in there to have a proper appreciation of what is happening here. The speed with which they gave us the jammer clearly suggests how fast the internet services they render is. Wireless Plus, and as you saw her indicate to us, it is fast, it is reliable, and when you need fast internet service, there's no home to contact other than 3D Wireless. For the services they render, it's one of a kind. You cannot find it anywhere in this country. You can only find it at 3D Wireless. So you have to get in touch with 020 000 112. 020 000 112 for fast and reliable internet. Get in touch with 3D Wireless and they'll render the best of services to you. I see talented group of footballers, athletes, and wrestlers. How has preparation been like for the invitational tournament?
Okay, so we know this is our debut season. It's our first time appearing on the platform, but we are not coming to joke. We are coming with fire. Yeah, our football team is not here at the moment. They are currently in France. Yeah. They are training with who?
Zidane. We didn't come to play at all. Not at all.
So we are grabbing every trophy. Yes. Last year, those holding the trophy, they should guard it well because we didn't come to. We are not joking. We are hunting everything. Football.
We are ready.
Tennis.
We are ready.
Lime and spoon.
We are ready.
Sack race.
We are ready.
Everything.
We are ready.
The tennis. You know Djokovic? Yes. He's the one training our men.
Now, from 3D Wireless Services, who are clearly very much in high spirits ahead of the tournament, let's turn attention to Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. They say they are ready to clinch all titles, and all other companies have got to be wary of them.
It's another Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, and we are at Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. And the CEO himself is here with the team, and he's motivating them. In fact, some of them don't look happy.
They are all very happy. They are tired. we just returned from training. So everybody's tired. Yes, but in fact, we are very ready, and we are telling our opponents, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. We are coming to carry the trophies to Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. Watch out.
Talk to me about why other participants should be scared of fair wages and salaries.
As I mentioned, we have trained for 1 year. We started training from August last year. We decided to forget last year's one and then train for 1 year. We are leaving now to Bernabeu. Jose Mourinho wants to train with us for 5 days. He wants us to train with Mbappe's and the Vinicius Juniors and the Bellinghams. And so we are very ready. Immediately we return from Spain, Bernabeu, you should know that any team that meets us, 10 goals. Any team that meets us, 10 goals. Very ready.
In fact, I'm beginning to get scared for other participants.
Opponents, especially our opponents. Yes, we will mount pressure on them. In fact, at the end of the day, they are going to have an own goal. If you see this man,
we are fully prepared. Yes. Our tactics are intact, backed by facts and data. In fact, military, police, we want you. Be careful.
Exciting, very much looking forward to it. But then there is Best Education Services Limited, and they also say that they are unfazed by the competition that the Fair Wages and Salary Commission, the 3D wireless services, internet services, will be offering come the August 29th.
It's a Joy Sports Invitational Tournament happening at University of Ghana Stadium on August 29. And Best Education Services Limited are one of the participating companies. They say that you have to discover unlimited possibilities. There is no any institution in this country that gives you an opportunity to discover those unlimited possibilities than Best Education Services Limited. Get in touch with them so that they will take you through the processes required for you to attain the best of education in the world. Best Education Services is the only home for that. Let's have a conversation with them about the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament as we build up to the competition.
Like you rightly mentioned, we are Best Education Services, and this is going to be our first time we participating in this event. We are more poised for this. We believe we have the men, like MVP will say, we have the men. We're going to conquer.
We have the men.
They should watch out for us. Our team, we are well prepared. We are more ready, and we want to come and conquer the event.
Well, the multimedia team is also gearing up, training all over the country, and we'll be ready for all other opponents. That's all we have for you tonight. But just before that, CAF President Patrice Motsepe says Gianni Infantino's future should be decided at the FIFA presidential election. He made the remarks earlier today amid growing uncertainty among UEFA and other football governing bodies over the FIFA president's future.
and governance. Due process and governance and legality, non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. If I, as a president, behave in a manner that does not reflect due process or governance, I should be subject to interrogation and have all of these questions asked of me. But you cannot, if anybody has got any problem against anybody, whether it's Gianni, whether it's anybody else, follow the process, follow the FIFA process, and if you want to take him out, go for elections. It's simple as that. Let the 211 member association.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Prime Sports. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Thank you very much for your company.
Missed passes and referee decisions? Don't let your child's grade suffer a bad match. Ensure a straight win this academic season with curriculum-aligned textbooks and interactive tools from Pegasus Publishing. From preschool to senior high school, we have the exact game plan your kids need to ace their classes. And because it's World Cup season, you get a massive 20% off every single book. Don't drop points. Call 059 50 10175 or dash to Pegasus Publishing in Accra, Newtown, right opposite the Total Energy Station. Free delivery within Accra when you call. Pegasus Publishing, shaping minds, winning futures.
Gold, bauxite, manganese, lithium, Ghana's minerals, and billions, and now anchor our national reserves. But in the communities that host the mines, the question is simple: what stays here? On the 18th of August 2026, that question gets answered in public.
Here in the catchment communities, this is what's really at stake: jobs, local content, corporate social responsibility. People here want a fair share of what's mined on their land. And in the room, the conversation will be about what the large-scale mining companies are doing to better livelihoods in their catchment areas, and also the gold board reforms in the artisanal and small-scale mining sector. And finally, the signing of the catchment charter, which will put all these commitments into writing. The National Mining Dialogue 2026, rethinking the social license to operate. Regulators, large-scale mining companies, small-scale mining companies, gold buyers, traditional leaders, and host communities, all at one table.
Live from Kempiski Hotel, Accra, on Joy News, Adom TV, and Asempa FM, and all our social media handles. Chairperson for the event, Gamanche, His Royal Majesty, King Takite Kuchu II. Special guest of honor, Dr. Julius Debra, Chief of Staff to the President of the Republic of Ghana. Special